Hey guys, I just wanted to do another quick video today before I go into work here. Uh, we had it was the hearing and the press conference about the January 6th, what the Democrats are calling an insurrection and what some anti-Trumpers are calling an insurrection at the Capitol. I just want to give you my opinion and my views on what I saw that day. I wasn't there. I saw it on the news, and just some of the hype surrounding it. Okay, so first off, law enforcement officers were letting people in the building. They let people in the gated area. Okay, and my question is why? If you want to charge these people with breaking and entering and vandalism and insurrection and whatever else you want to charge them with, why aren't these law enforcement officers from the Capitol Police and such being charged as well? Interesting question. And I did see a news report the other day that one of the people that was originally named in some of the documentation that was caught on video actually inciting people to go into the building, all of a sudden his name was taken off any of the documentation, and he hasn't faced charges, even though he was inside the building and doing things that other people were doing as well that were charged. That raises some questions there. But here's my views on the whole thing in general. One, if you're sitting here complaining and crying about what happened on January 6th, but you were also fully supportive of BLM and Antifa doing their rioting and burning buildings and killing people, then you're a hypocrite and you need to shut your mouth. Okay? Going into the Capitol building, what happened on January 6th was more legal, if you think about it, than all of the Antifa and BLM protests combined. Why do I say that? Because our founding documents lay out the fact that we have the right and the obligation to overthrow our government should we feel our government is not working in the interests of the people. No, this does not mean that I'm calling for armed revolution or armed revolt, or that I condone violence in these matters. I do not. Okay? However, that building right there, the Capitol building, is our building. Okay? We paid to build it. We pay to secure it. We pay the people in there. This is our building. It's the people's house. Okay? So yes, the people have a right to take our house back. Now, I do not condone attacking the police. I do not condone the violence that occurred. If these guys had just stormed the building, chanted, said their piece, that's one thing. Vandalizing, again, that's not protected speech. That's not cool. Don't do that. But you can't be upset about the vandalism and the destruction on January 6th, but say it's acceptable that Black Lives Matter and Antifa destroyed cities and destroyed private businesses, okay, and killed innocent people. Now, yes, there was a Capitol Police officer that was reported that he was killed because he was attacked with a fire extinguisher on January 6th. I've also seen reports that he died of a stroke later on in his office. I don't know which one is true. The report of him dying from a stroke was reported to be documented in the medical examiner's report. I do not have a copy of that report. I am going off what I've heard and what I've seen in reports. And that's why I'm giving you both sides. Okay? You can't just take one side as fact and move on. Now, I heard that the medical examiner's report showed no injuries from blunt object. Again, I don't have access to that report. I don't have that report sitting in front of me. But that's what some media outlets are reporting. Others are still saying that he was killed on scene by, or that the attack from the protesters with the fire extinguisher is what caused his death. Either way, a police officer lost his life, and that is not acceptable. But there was also a civilian that was killed who was unarmed and was killed by a police officer. Where were the protests and the rallies and the chants of say her name? It didn't exist. Why? Because she was white. If she was a black woman that these police officers had killed, then it would have been a whole different story, or would it not have mattered because she was there at a rally or a protest or a riot, in that case, supporting Trump. Now, I personally believe, and I'm going to state this unequivocally, that I have no actual solid evidence to back this up. Okay, but it's my personal belief, and I've also heard others espouse it, others say it too, that I believe that Antifa was there. I believe that Antifa was masquerading as Trump supporters, trying to incite violence and trying to get people to do things that they weren't going to do. And there's impressionable people on all sides, and there's people that will go with the crowd on all sides. And I think that a lot of those people were drawn in, and those chants that you saw of the guys surrounding the police officers and wanting to kill them, I believe that those guys were Antifa, because Donald Trump, and I'd say 99% of his supporters, support the police. We wouldn't have chanted that. At least I'd like to believe that someone that supported Donald Trump would not chant, kill the police, kill him with his own gun. No, that's not one of our chants. That's a chant that Antifa was using. That's a chant that BLM was using. Okay? So that's why I believe that Antifa was there. I wouldn't be surprised if there were BLM supporters there, but BLM and Antifa kind of go hand in hand. So one could be equal to the other. But just keep in mind that protesting and rallying is fine. I will support you in your right to do it, even if I don't support the cause that you're protesting for or rallying for. However, once you get violent, I do not support the violence, and I will call you out on it. All right? Peace.